This story is wild. Honestly, this story is wild. Customer testimonial from embroidery, from retirement to embroidery to Lockheed Martin. How did we get there? Yeah, we're about to find out with my buddy here. And guess what? This story just continues to evolve. Can we talk about this? Are we allowed to talk about this?
So we're allowed to talk about it.
You retired, right?
We retired.
You were doing some software stuff.
Doing some software stuff for the telecommunications industry.
Retired from that.
Retired from that. And the wife started an embroidery company. I think that comes out on the logo.
DESEMCO.
DESEMCO.
Yeah.
Design embroidery company. You can see it. My NASCAR shirt. It's got all the stuff all over it.
Yeah.
That's what she does. She made the shirt last night. You can see. DN Solutions.
Retired to embroidery to Lockheed. There's obviously a gap in there.
There's a gap.
It also has to do with DN Solutions along the way. We need to fill that gap for everyone watching.
Okay. The wife, little daughter, 5 years old. My wife took her off to kindergarten one day, and her little friend Isabella, school, her dad was at school, and her dad happened to ask my wife what I did. My wife pretty much said he's at home messing around on SolidWorks. I used to build little miniature turbines and stuff. Had a couple little baby machines back in South Africa, and we built lots of these little things. And Dave got all jazzed about it, and he said he really wanted to come over and meet me and all that sort of stuff. Turns out that this man used to be very, very involved with Lockheed Martin.
Fun coincidence.
Yeah. He came over, we met him. He said, man, you really need to get involved with engineering. I've got a couple of friends I might introduce you to and all that kind of stuff. I said, well, fantastic. Now, obviously, coming from South Africa, you see all of these American fighter jets. I'm an absolute aviation nut. That's what my game is. Love it. Coming from outside of America, you see these planes, they're just phenomenal pieces of engineering. I love it. To be given this kind of opportunity, you take it with both hands. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that this was going to happen to me. So anyway, we became a typical aerospace company. Very focused on aerospace. Started making a couple of little bits and pieces. Our first part ever was a little part about that big for an F-22.
Humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings, man. Little piece like that. They obviously gave it to me to say, okay, is this guy real?
This is your test.
That's a test.
Right.
Had a little bit of money from the company. So that we seeded the company. Never ever had an investment or an investor or anything like that. Went off and bought a couple of machines that I thought were good, reasonable sized machines, and started making parts. Got the AS9100 certificate and all that sort of thing. Cut a long story short, ended up with a great contract out of Lockheed. Ended up building bulkheads for the F-16, and these are big machines. And that's sort of where we ended up. I'm here now, yen, all that sort of thing. I don't know whether you want me to jump to that.
So let's connect
you can
those
run.
dots where we've now gone from embroidery. We've now made friends with a guy from Lockheed who has talked you into doing something that sounds a little bit like a hobby. You've come to the US based on some admiration of the planes that you love, which I've gathered. You've invested in a few machines, which I've gathered, and now have a big contract, which I've gathered, which took you to DN Solutions to buy a huge machine that in this part of manufacturing had not really been utilized previously. So you introduced a new idea, a new concept, and that's where we are now. And if I'm not mistaken, and you can fill in some of these gaps as well, there's a new machine coming on Monday. And your guys asked you, where's the other ones? They want more to be there.
That's it.
But let's go ahead again and fill in some of those gaps, because we are now at the point where, okay, we said DN Solutions. We're going horizontal machining. Yeah. We're going to make these parts, and we're going to do it for Lockheed. And the thing about this, Grant, is when we play with Lockheed, sometimes they play back. And they want to know what's going on in our facilities, and they want to know what kind of machines we have. So why DN Solutions, and how did that evolve?
The machines that we had were vertical machines. You don't build bulkheads on vertical machines. You can, but it's not optimal. When we went out and started looking, all of the old players came in and put bids in. It was like, we got a fantastic machine, we got this, that, and the next thing, with a view to selling more of the old machines. I don't need to name names. I think everybody knows who they are.
It's everyone. Everyone comes to the table.
Everybody comes, and suddenly your eyes go blue when you want to buy one of these because they cost a lot of money. One company that didn't come in were these guys in their previous livery. But we found out about them, came in and I looked at the machine. The one thing that they had, that nobody else had, man, nobody else had it. The passion. The passion. Passion, just how to build the machines. They've been building machines for a long time. And just the commitment. They wanted to do this, they wanted this. You look at that machine, look at the way they built it. None of this, oh, we've got 300 or 400 machines and installed all over the place. None of that nonsense. Just look at the machine. Look at what we've done. And that's kind of what got me. Not only that, but this was the first machine in the States. The first time that it ever sold one of these horizontal profile, 5-axis. We took it on and they grabbed that opportunity with both hands, man. And I'll tell you something, our customers came in, they looked at this, just like I was, they were super impressed. That puppy has held its own for 5 years and has made us look good. Made us look fantastic. It's produced the numbers for us and it's produced the numbers for the customer. Not just the numbers, but the quality, man. The quality. The parts shine, the parts are right, and the parts are flying. And people are sitting on those parts. The best you can get. So, there's nothing else I can say.
There's nothing else that needs to be said. But if that one's made you look fantastic, imagine what doubling down and going for a second one's going to do for you.
Now so my machine sister's arriving on Monday.
Congratulations, my friend.
I got all excited about that. I went to the customer, I said, hey man, number 2's arriving. Her sister's coming. Deadpan face. Where's number 3? Where's number 4? Wasn't even happy. Where's number 3? Where's number 4? And that's the mark of success. So,
all right, Grant, last question I have for you, brother. Yeah. It's the hardest one of the day.
Yeah.
I need some embroidery done for my shirts. Can your wife still help me out?
She can help you out as long as they're more than just one color.
We'll do it. We'll do multiple colors. Thank you all for watching. This is my buddy Grant, retired. He doesn't look retired, into embroidery, and now making parts for Lockheed. We gave you the story from beginning to end. Thank you for watching. This has been very enjoyable for me. I hope it has been for Grant, and I hope it has been for you as well. We'll see you all again soon.